Hello everyone and welcome back. Today we will explore the field of memory forensics. So we will see introduction to memory forensics, then what is memory forensics, when and why memory forensics is performed, then memory acquisition, memory dump and its formats, and lastly how to perform memory analysis. So let's start with introduction. A computer's memory holds information about the tasks which are performed on the system recently, the applications which are used recently, and the application data. A memory dump represents the data present on a computer's RAM at the time when the memory is acquired. So processing a memory dump for the evidence of recent activity on the system is formally referred to as memory forensics. So let's take an example. If someone asks us to remember any event or any sequence, then that exists in our mind for a short period of time. Likewise, computer has a memory which holds the data about its recent activities on the system for a short period of time. So when any computer incident occurs, the investigators identify these recent activities on the system. And that's why memory forensics is performed. Means the data is acquired from the computer's random access memory, and this acquired memory is known as memory dump. So next we will see what is memory forensics. So it is the branch of computer forensics which deals with the analysis of volatile data stored in the memory of computer system, that is analysis of the RAM dump. Memory is acquired from the computer using different tools and techniques. And this helps the investigators to investigate the cases related to any malicious activities. So next we'll see when memory forensics is performed. So as we know, the data remains on the system only when it is powered on. And this type of data is termed as volatile data. So at the time of investigation, if the system is on, then firstly, its memory is acquired. Then why memory forensics is performed? So in a forensic investigation, the memory dumps, forensic images and other artifacts are collected. In this image or artifact, some volatile data may not be present, like the passwords, active processes, hidden processes, encryption keys, and so on. So that's why memory dump is acquired, as it may contain critical evidence related to the recent activity on the system. Hence, memory forensics is performed to access the evidence which is not accessible by other techniques. Next, we will see what is memory acquisition. So during the investigation process, first the memory dump is acquired from the system, that is the RAM, random access memory. Here different tools are used to acquire the memory, like dump it, and also the tools depend on the operating system and the hardware. These tools create the raw image file, which is analyzed later using different tools or frameworks like volatility framework. The next point is memory dump. So memory dump means the data which is present on the RAM when the memory is acquired. And it contains the information like processes, active or hidden, network information, recent tasks, passwords, and so on. So these following points provide a brief overview of the information which is present in a memory dump and what it indicates. So the first one is process information. So let's take an example here. Let's assume that you are in a departmental store. You will fill up the shopping cart with the items you require, you purchase them, and then you leave the store. So now let's map this scenario to the process in memory. Every time you run any application like Notepad, so the binary for it is brought into the memory and the process is created. So this can be like you entering the departmental store, and when you enter the data into the Notepad, same data is also found in the memory dump. So this is like you adding items in your shopping cart. So the memory dump contains the information regarding the process and the data which is used by the process. So the next point is networking information. If any web browser application or any application using internet is used when the dump was taken, then this information helps during the investigation of malicious activities. Kernel related information. So kernel is a software program which wakes up rest of the operating system. So in the memory dump, you can find the information regarding the drivers which are loaded by the kernel. And the last one is operating system information. So in the memory dump, the information can be found like recent files, recent event logs, and the libraries which are loaded recently. So this can be helpful during the investigation of a particular case. So now we have seen the kind of information which is present in the dump. Further, we will see different formats of the memory dump. Raw. This is the complete type of dump and it is largest in size. It contains all the data. Bin. It is smaller than raw, but it still contains the useful data. Then dump. These are even smaller in size and contains necessary data only. Mem dumps. This is smallest and it contains the data which is needed to reconstruct the process virtual memory. Hibernation. So when a computer hibernates, it saves its content in a hibernation file. Then the crash dumps. So crash dumps are created when Windows detect any critical error which could lead to a system crash. So these dumps contains the information about the state of the system at the time of crash. So our last point is memory analysis. So the next step in memory forensics is to analyze the image file using specialized software that can parse and interpret the data structures and the artifacts in the memory. So some of the most common memory analysis tools are volatility, recall, and the sleuth kit. So once the memory dump is acquired, the next step is to perform analysis on that dump using the tools like volatility, recall, and sleuth kit. So in our next video, we will see a practical demonstration of how memory analysis is performed. So will require three steps to be performed during the practical demonstration. That is, first one is to prepare, means to set up the virtual machine, then to execute the malware sample. So the next step will process. In that, we will take the memory dump of the virtual machine in the infected state, means after execution of that malware sample. And our last step will be analyze. So in this, we will analyze the memory dump using the tool that is volatility framework. So in order to take the dump, we will use the tool that is dump it, and for analysis purpose, we will use volatility framework. So this practical demonstration we will see in our further video. So stay tuned and thank you for watching.